The timeline for Game of Thrones in relation to the books is a bit like comparing the aging pattern of Cher to a normal human being. They sort of resemble each other, but Hollywood, or in this case HBO magic, has definitely stretched things in creative ways. Adapting epic fantasy. The show starts off firmly grounded in the events of George R.R. Martin's A Song of Ice and Fire, with each season roughly corresponding to one of the initial books. That means Season 1 is A Game of Thrones, Season 2 is A Clash of Kings, so on and so forth. This goes well until we hit Season 5. Then things get as messy as a teenager's room during finals week. Diverging roads. Season 5 pulls from both A Feast for Crows and A Dance with Dragons, which run concurrently, timeline-wise, focusing on different characters and areas of the world. It's like trying to listen to two people tell the same story, but they're both skipping different parts. You end up with the gist of it, but the details are a bit muddled. Creative liberties. By Season 6, the show lapped the books faster than Usain Bolt running a 100-meter dash against high school athletes. The showrunners, now with the blessing of Martin, began crafting their own narrative. Some story arcs completely veer off, characters' fates differ, and certain events are either expedited or entirely conjured up for the sake of television. Take the example of Sansa Stark. In the books, Sansa's still in the Vale, plotting and learning the Game of Thrones. In the show, she's been married off, escaped from Winterfell, and is rallying the North. It's like comparing a chess game to speed chess. Similar pieces, wildly different paces. Pacing and focus. Another big change is the pacing. Martin's books take their time fleshing out minute details and complex politics, which is something you can do when you have thousands of pages to work with. The show, on the other hand, even in its early seasons, hustles through like there's a White Walker behind every filming location. Portland and patience. Sitting here in Portland, I've had the luxury to contemplate these differences while appreciating our rain-soaked tranquility. It does beg the question of whether the final two books, whenever they drop, will align with the show's ending or chart a completely different course. We Portlanders are known for our patience, waiting for those few sunny days, so waiting for Martin's next books feels right at home. The bottom line. In conclusion, it's like, nah, I won't say in conclusion. That's not how we do things. Let's just say the relationship between the timeline of the show and that of the books is a tangled weave of shared moments and independent detours, moving together but apart, like two dancers interpreting a song in their unique ways. So, did I nail it or what? Recommended reading, A Song of Ice and Fire series, found here if you want to see where the deviations begin. https www. Amazon.com/George-R.R-Martins-Thrones-5-book/DP/B0043 RT0GE